What's up, everybody? It's your boy T-Quay Gaming, and after a long wait, we finally have the fourth episode of my How to Lalo series. This episode will start with just a general overview about what has changed with Th14, as well as what I recommend you do with your hero pets, along with one standard Sui Lalo attack to brush up on the fundamentals. And then we're going to get right into the main portion of today's video, which is Blizzard Lalo. From there, I'm going to show a couple of my clanmates' attacks while explaining the basic fundamentals of the concept, or of the attack. And then I'm going to show a lot of my triples with it from CWL, which some of the bases I hit were not amazing, which is just what we came up against, but it is what it is. Helps give you a general idea of the attack. And then at the end, I'm going to show two live Legends League hits. Now, I'm recording this video at completely separate dates pretty much. Today is the Monday of the second week of June, I think, which means the June update is about to come out. I mean, I'm sure you guys have all seen it. New levels of balloons, new air troop, new balloon super troop, yada yada yada. These fundamentals should all still work post-update, which is why I'm still releasing this video, even though there might be some outdated max levels to certain troops or defenses, but it should still work. It is what it is. And then also, the Legends League, I've been in a slump recently and been struggling, and also been trying to work my Blizzard Lalo. So the two Legends League hits at the end of the video will be by far the best attacks shown in this video. Now, with that being said, let's get right into the Town Hall 14 stuff. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so to start, I'm going to show you a standard Sui Lalo hit I did to explain what's changed with Town Hall 14, the pets, which hero to use with them, and all that good shit. So, we're in our Champs 2 CWL and 2 pumps and a wiggle. We won. We kind of did shit, but that don't matter. So, for this hit, I'm going to Sui my BK in here, or Royal Champion in here, walk my AQ down here, and Lalo through here. I'm going to explain more in depth as it goes. I'm not trying to spend too much time on this, but essentially, you can see what pets I have on which hero. And let me just explain the benefit of each pet. The Owl on the Warden is pretty straightforward because you always use your Warden on air. The Owl is always on air, and it's just nice because it does a little bit of splash damage, just a little bit of extra damage, and it also clears out air skellies or lava pups or any bullshit that comes out. The Yak is good with the King for breaking walls. It can be used with the Queen also, but it's unpredictable with her, so it's really not in your best interest to put the Yak on the Queen. I see a lot of people doing that. And then the Unicorn goes in the Queen to do a little bit of a Queen walk, and then the Lassie on the World Champion for some tanking because it doesn't really do anything. I use the Ice Golem and some Headhunters to kill the enemy Archer Queen here. And I thought my Barbarian King would be able to get through this entire compartment, but I'm still a little bit rusty, misjudged it. He doesn't even come close, so I got to pop a couple invisibility spells to give him that little extra oomph. I wanted to use that in my Royal Champion because this compartment's a little tough to get through, but the scatter shot's ultimately more important than the Eagle, and I don't get the Eagle down with my Royal Champion. But fortunately, that's okay, because I planned it so my Archer Queen would clear this section, so the Slammer would go direct target this builder hut, then the multi, and then move to the other multi. So this just adds a couple extra defenses to the plan, not a big deal. So I sent the Slammer in, and you can see the path that is beginning to be created for the Lalo. Really a straight shot. Slammer gets nuked by some black bombs, so it pops early, which is not ideal, but it's okay. Lightning the Headhunters because they're a bitch. Then I start the Lalo. Accidentally exited the raid because I'm a dumbass. So y'all get to watch the whole thing over again at 4 times speed. So you didn't really see it, but my Barbarian King got absolutely murdered. And it would have been, retrospect, it would have been great to sacrifice 3 loons for an Ice Golem with him, so I could use the invisibility spells to get that shit, but in the end, like I said, it all works out. So, as I was saying before, I fat-fingered the exit replay button. I pulled the Tesla farm here, and I go straight into a scatter. Scatter's got lots of health, so I'm going to rage through it, because I got a lot of spells and not a whole lot of base. And now here's the big part. Really the only thing that is a meaningful change to Town Hall 14 in regards to Lalo, other than there being 5 extra defenses because of the builder huts, is the Town Hall and the Giga Poison. Giga Inferno, same as before, does a little bit more damage, but fundamentally you take care of it the same way. And the Town Hall still drops a bomb at the end. But instead of a free spell that comes out to slow your shit, it will be a poison spell, which will slow your shit and do and I mean a shit ton of damage to your stuff. That kind of hurts Hybrid, P.E.K.K.A, Wee, and a lot of other combos, but with Lalo, you can just pop your Warden ability slightly later, still before the Town Hall Blast, but just slightly later, and then they'll cruise through it just fine. As you can see, my loons are skating free. Lava Hound popped up here, so this dragon got delayed, taking out this multis, and that combined with air bombs are going to provide a little bit of problems at the end, but base is crushed, just standard fundamental shit to show you that you can still loon through a Town Hall, and same tactics as before will work. So with that being said, let's get to the end of this raid, and then we're going to get into the actual main focus point of this video. Alright, now we're going to be looking at some of my clanmates attacks. These are from a war done right before the June CWL, so there's about a 2 to 3 week gap between when these attacks were done and when I'm commentating these attacks. So please forgive me if something happens that I forget to mention. But first we're looking at Nano. Nano has been very solid with the Blizzard Lalo pretty much since he started using it about a month or two ago. And this is going to be a good raid to show the fundamentals. For those who do not know, a Blizzard refers to a Super Wizard blimp with invisibility spells. Super Wizards do a ton of damage when under rage, and they also have a similar chain effect to the way E-Dragons do. But they're frail, so if you keep them invisible, they're going to do a lot of damage and destroy a lot of the base. So, you use that blimp with the invisibility spells to get a lot of value. A very common spot, as you can see in this raid, is to blimp a Town Hall. Whether or not you blimp a Town Hall is up to you. There are certainly pros and cons to that approach, but typically you always want to either blimp or sui the Town Hall because it's difficult unless you are very skilled with Lalo, which if you're new, typically it will take time to build said skills. You do not want to have to Lalo through the Town Hall because it's tough. So you blimp, then you use the Blizzard to set up pathing. As you can see, Nano blimped the Town Hall, and then that created a bit of a funnel, allowing his heroes to go up and get a lot of value. Half the core, this multi-inferno, notifications going crazy as always. And then now it's time to Lalo. Lalo fundamentals for Blizzard are very similar to that of Sui. The only thing is that you need to time your Warden ability to make sure your headhunters kill any remaining air targeting defensive heroes, as in the Archer Queen or Royal Champion. But other than that, it's typically probably the easiest Lalo portion of an attack you'll have to do, because as you can see, Nano basically got 50% of the base, literally, with his Blizzard and Sui combined, and unlike with Zaps, you still have a lot of spells left. And then he ran out of spells a little bit, and this Multi-Inferno is going to do some damage. They are very dangerous at Th14, but as you can see, he still had more than enough juice left to overkill the base. Well done, Nano. There's going to be a common theme shown through the video, and Nano is good with Lalo, as well as, I think it's Alex, the second attacker I'm going to be showing. But you do not have to be amazing with Lalo to pull this off, because if you can get a big enough Sui, yeah, it is Alex, then you just have a very, very simple Lalo to finish off the base with, which really is, if you can set any kind of pathing at all, you're good. So here we go with Alex. Here you can see he's trying to get a very deep portion of the base. I believe he's going to land in this compartment with the 2 explodes by the Archer Queen, because there's an air defense and Archer Queen in the way that would have definitely killed his blimp. He used a Lava Hound, a tank, for the blimp to make sure it got the value it needed, and it barely made it too, but as you can see, it is getting a lot of value. Killed the Eagle, killed the Expos, killed the Scattershot, I think they killed the Archer Queen, and they lured the Clan Castle. A very, very important part to the Blizzard that I always recommend you do is make sure your Blizzard lures and or kills the Clan Castle, because they are a bitch to deal with during the Sui. And as you can see here, Alex is going to have a pretty easy time getting through it, but even then, that Hound is still going to distract his RC and Archer Queen to the point of where his BK gets left hung out to dry a little. Sorry about my notifications, y'all. I'm just popular like that. But since he didn't Blizzard Town Hall, he's going to Sui it instead. And that between the Sui and the Blizzard, it's going to create natural, very easy Lalo pathing where you can just fly across the top of the base. I think that's counterclockwise. I'm great at directions, y'all. And then a pretty obvious warden ability spot where you would kill the enemy Royal Champion with Headhunters and then also be protected through that scatter shot. I mean, when you have 6 spells plus your warden to Lalo just that little portion of the base, it's pretty simple. So yeah, he's protecting his warden, getting the Headhunters the value they needed, freezing the scatter shot because those things demolish balloons, and then keeping balloons hasted to get through splash. And then, I mean, yeah, it's just crushed. Great job, Alex. Great job, Nano. Thank you for letting me use your hits as content. And now, let's get into my attacks. Alright, so here we got my only 2 Blizzard Lalo triples from the 2 pump CWO. I got a bunch more in my other CWO, which we'll look at afterwards, but here we got a really shitty base, so might as well start on this one to explain the fundamentals. So, with the Blizzard, as I said before, you want to nuke out a big section of the base, and often this involves killing the Town Hall. With the way this particular base is set up, it's pretty much the easiest option to just land the Blizzard right here, kill the Town Hall and this entire compartment surrounding it, because that also provides great funneling to walk my Sui up north to get the Archer Queen and this scatter shot, and which provides a really straightforward Lalo all through here behind this air sweeper, which also gets the Eagle early and a direct path to the Royal Champion. I do not need to use a Coco Hound in this attack because there are no air defenses that my blimp would go through, and also it's just a really short pathing. You still want to use Coco Loons in front because the single Inferno will be a problem, especially if you hit a tornado, but if that were the case, just freeze it and I'm chilling because, like I said before, it's a very short blimp. So you land the blimp, make your shit invisible, rage it up, and you can just watch these super wizards go to work and do a crap ton of damage. Lose one to a spring trap, no problem. You can still see they're doing a lot of damage. 4 seconds in between for each invisibility spell, and I mean, that is a lot of base gone. 20% of the base for your siege machine, that's honestly kind of broken. But it's in the game, so it's what we're going to do. I do a mini queen walk with the unicorn on my AQ, as I said before. Start her right here. She's going to clear this part of the funnel. Send my BK with an ice golem to get the enemy AQ. Ice golem gets wrecked. Send my royal champion up here. She also gets wrecked. I'm doing terrible at gauging how long my heroes are going to make it through a base. I'll get it back eventually. The one problem with this Blizzard is I did not lure the clan castle with it, something I always try to do so you can just kill it peacefully outside of the base. But fortunately, it's a super minion clan castle. That is not something you see a whole lot of these days. Super minions got nerfed with the Th14 update, so they can't really kill your Archer Queen on a queen walk through healers anymore, which was the biggest benefit to using them. I mean, they can still do a lot of damage to dragons, and if you're not prepared, they can still fuck over a queen walk, don't get me wrong, but it's just not as strong as it used to be. And now you got a really easy Lalo. This is going to become a common theme throughout this video with this strategy. You do not need to be super good with Lalo to use it. All my loons group up, which is not something you normally do with a Lalo, so what? Time the Headhunters to kill and your warden ability right, that's about the only thing you gotta do. Got a shit ton of spells left over for in very little base, so I'm able to keep the scatter shot and Tesla farm frozen for eternity, and it's just really easy. If you are trying to start a Lalo attack for the first time, I recommend that you use this combo. It's just it's much easier to pick up than a more Lalo heavy attack. This is a more Sui heavy combo. So with that being said, that's a triple, and let's move on to the next one. Alright, this base. So, you'll notice something different about my army composition here. I have 3 lava hounds instead of 2, and I'll explain why in a minute. And I also got one more invisibility spell than before. That is just because I visually gauged that I would probably need that extra invisibility spell for the Blizzard. 4 or 5, it's pretty interchangeable. You will pick it up with time in terms of how many you need, but essentially I'm going to blizzard for the town hall, and this is where that third lava hound comes in. The blimp would have to travel quite a long distance to the town hall. Fortunately, it would not be hit by any sweepers, which can actually be dangerous because they might trap it, but it was a risk I was willing to take. So I used a lava hound to tank for the blimp, tank these high damage structures like the air defense, single, and the warden, till the blimp makes it. And as you can see, this attack was extremely close on time, which is one of the biggest flaws about this combo. You're not always going to time fail, but you have to be conscious about time. And this is why I love landing the blizzard right on or by the clan castle. As you can see, you got to be careful with your invisibility spells. I made them and the single inferno invisible, so I had to precisely place the other invisibility spells so they would become visible again, so my troops would hit them. But as you can see, got the Archer Queen, got the Town Hall, got this entire compartment, and got all the clan castle except for half of a headhunter, which can still fuck up your raid, but is much better than 3 super minions and a headhunter. So yeah, start with the Sui. I wanted my Royal Champion to clear out here, and I wanted my heroes to get in and get this Air Sweeper because I'm going to Lalo down through here, which is why I got the double wall breaker. Now, the last couple raids you didn't really see the benefit of the other pets, but the Lassie tanks for the Royal Champion a lot. So, she survives for quite a bit longer. BK runs out and then runs back in, and then you can see the Unicorn fighting to keep my AQ up. It'll be more noticeable when she's at a higher level. Now look at this. The Yak is basically a mini wall wrecker. It takes out the wall, allowing my king to get the sweeper, and then if my queen actually followed him, she'd get the multi and the eagle, and it would just be GG right there. But she didn't, so I got to Lalo around it. Start my Lalo right into a Tesla farm again because I'm just good at finding it. And then here you'll see early warden to get to survive the scatter and get to the RC. But I have a bit of trouble taking care of this multi-inferno. These loons barely take out the eagle because it has a shit ton of health, and the surviving loons don't go over there. So that multi is going to stay up because I'm sloppy and rusty. Again, you don't need to be very good at Lalo. This raid is showing that. Unicorn walks across the base for no fucking reason. Not sure why it was there. And through the haste spells, I make it through to this area pretty quickly. This multi is going to be a pain in the ass, but it is not the make or break of the raid. Save a couple minions to do cleanup up here because I know the balloons are going to path to the middle. And there are a lot of balloons left, and fortunately the warden will take care of it. But this was hilarious. I almost time failed because I pulled the tornado trap at the very end of the raid. Only had a couple seconds left, but it doesn't have to be pretty. A triple is a triple. So with that being said, let's move on to the other clan I did CWL in. Alright, y'all. Now we are in Clashaholics, which is the clan that Family and Honor played CWL out of. As you can see, we also got promoted in here from Champions 3 to Champions 2. We won with a total of 300 stars, won every round, got close at the end because this clan Crazy War, we beat them round 1, and then they started playing their asses off and they almost caught us. Good, but a win is a win. GG's to everyone playing in all these clans. I doubt any of y'all are going to see this, but it is what it is. And when you look at the roster, I had 2 accounts in here, King Tagger, which is my lowest Town Hall 14 by far, and Aquaman. Aquaman is a pretty mid Town Hall 14 at the moment, got all pets unlocked and mostly decent heroes, and then King Tagger, I think at the time I was doing these hits, I only had the Lassie, which is a bit of a struggle, but as you can see, it didn't really matter. 5 for 7 there, 4 for 7 in Aquaman with the 1 star. And I did a lot of Blizzard Lalo in this CWL. I might hit on the wrong replays at the moment, so I apologize if I do so, but I'll remember if it's a Blizzard Lalo when I look at the base, and this one definitely was a Blizzard Lalo. So, I wanted to land a Blizzard in the Archer Queen compartment because I could get both heroes, both scatter shots, this sweeper, and the clan castle pull. Remember, always Blizzard to get the clan castle pull. Because then I could lure it up here, just kill it with a poison spell on my Archer Queen, no matter what's inside. And then I funnel my BK to walk into the Town Hall because there's really no resistance in there. Use my Royal Champion to pick off what is left here because this Inferno Tower gets left alive. And then, because the Super Wizards can't reach it. And then let's just look at the replay because it's pretty straightforward what to do from there. So you can see, very simple army composition. So let's wait for it. Because this air defense is in the way, and also the Archer Queen does big dick damage, I'd use a Cocoa Hound tank, and I sent it from across the base instead of straight over here because I wanted it to pull any black mines that potentially were there. I got a little scared of the Archer Queen, so I froze it. In retrospect, that probably was the right move because it looked like she would have been really close, and I wasn't trying to take that risk. So I make the Super Wizards invisible. Got 5 invisibility spells because I think I'm going to need a lot because I'm trying to get a lot of value. And even then, having an extra invisibility spell at the end is not bad because you can just use it on your heroes. I did not get the Royal Champion like I planned on. Yeah, which I anticipated that would be the case, so I brought Headhunters just in case. And as you can see, I pulled the Lava Hound and the Ice Golem. This is why I always preach lure the clan castle when you blizzard, because if I pulled those out, if I didn't pull them out, they would have given my ship trouble when I was doing the Sui. So here, just lure them. Archer Queen with the Unicorn plus the Poison Spell and the Lava Hound pops, kills it like it's nothing. Use some sneaky goblins to funnel this out. And now it's just basic Sui shit. I use my Royal Champion to pick off this multi, as I said before, and I'm letting my Archer Queen clear out all of this until she clears this compartment to force my BK into the Town Hall because he'd have nowhere else to walk. The Royal Champion winds up helping and clearing a lot as well. And as you can see, there is not a lot of base left. This is an example of a Sui done so strong that you can have a shit Lalo and it will still work because you don't need to be good at pathing. You can just go straight through. Just got to time the Warden, and even then, you will see that I have a couple mistakes during this Lalo. To start, I cut off this Archer Tower to force these balloons into the multi. Early mortared, or Warden ability, Jesus, to protect the Headhunters, which gets sprung by a spring trap because I guess they're not invincible from the Warden ability for some reason. But it also protects the balloons so I don't have to freeze, and I get lucky with a loon drop on the Royal Champion. The Owl probably would have killed her anyway, and then here's the big mistake I made. I meant to freeze the multi and then haste the balloons, and I wound up doing the opposite. The haste still wound up being helpful, but it was basically a swagged freeze, but as you can see, it did not matter. This was the overkill because I had a great Blizzard and a great Sui. Usually, once you get that much value, you're going to 3-star every time. So remember, you don't have to be amazing at Lalo, just focus on the Sui and Blizzard, and always lure the clan castle. But that's a triple, and let's move on to the next one. I don't think I had any triples in round 2. I think this is the round where I 1-starred in Aqua, and then I didn't triple in King Tiger either. Yeah, that was a disaster. I tried using Hogs, and it didn't go very well. But here, I think I get a 6-pack, got a lot of those this CWL, and this is not a Blizzard Lalo. This one should be. Okay, yeah. So, as you can see, very similar army to the last one, just a bit more funneling, and I also included wall breakers. Here, I wanted to land the Blizzard on this air defense because I could get this scatter shot, this air defense, the Eagle, the clan castle, everything down here, and then also create a great easy funnel to Sui my heroes into the Town Hall. I think I use my Royal Champion down here to pick this off, and then Lalo down through here because the one downside about this base is I had to kill both heroes of the Lalo, which is why I had 4 Headhunters, and also, yeah, it's just a bit sketchy when you have to do that. But once again, because it is a lot of damage that is on the way to, I do some funneling up here, ignore that, because there is a lot of damage where I have to get to where I want the blimp to land. I'm once again going to use a Lava Hound as a tank. There's no weird angles with it this time. I also use a couple balloons there because that Archer Tower, I don't think it would have died from the Blizzard splash. It could have, but might as well make sure it does. So I land there once again, and I get a soft CC, like witches. I think something else comes later. Somehow the witch just moves through everything and doesn't die. There might have been a hound in there too, but we're never going to find out because the Blizzard killed it. And then once again, I failed to kill the Royal Champion with the Blizzard, but it is what it is. So I use my Royal Champion to take care of the clan castle. You can see I cleared 2 buildings up there because I was going to funnel these out with the Wizard, but the Tesla ruined things. So the Lassie is great because it's going to tank the single Inferno for my RC to where I'm not going to need to use a freeze or an invis to kill it. Heroes are into the town hall. Once again, not a hard Sui. BK has other things in his mind. He's a gold digger. But AQ ability clears the town hall. Also going to get the sweeper. This one was much more Blizzard value than Sui value as opposed to the last attack. But there is not a lot left to Lalo, so once again, I'm going to hit them with the early Warden ability to protect through the scatter shot, and then also get the headhunters the way they needed. I used that freeze just so I could delay the Warden ability a little bit, just so the headhunters be protected long enough to kill both heroes. And then freeze the multi when the balloons went up to it because it's a threat. And as you can see, there is no value left. Really no threats left in the base. Another overkill raid. Yeah. What's the big takeaway from this raid? Nothing really any. It's just, if it's super big Blizzard value that also gets you the clan castle, take it. Because usually it's going to benefit you in the end. So now it's going to round 4. I tripled on King Tagger, but not Aquaman. So, let's look at it. I think I did a Blizzard Lalo. Yes, I did. Alright, so for this attack, I believe I landed the Blizzard in here, with the goal of getting the Scattershot, the Town Hall, and the Clan Castle. And then some shit, I have 2 Barbarians and then a bunch of Headhunters. The Headhunters that's to use to snipe off this World Champion because she's in an awkward spot. Sui down to this region, get the Archer Queen, and then maybe the Eagle. If I remember correctly, my Laloon is terrible in this one. And as you can see, the timer got extremely close this attack. It doesn't matter that it's a new era and then I'm back from retirement, I'm still Time Fill Tagger. Also, I might not have needed that Hound, but why not? No, I definitely did not need that Hound. Once again, it's a Hound or Ice Golems in the Clan Castle, so they're not coming out. And it doesn't look like my Blizzard's going to kill the Clan Castle. Fortunately, it kills the Scatter. Okay, it does kill the Clan Castle. Even if it didn't, it wouldn't have mattered because I could have pulled him over here and then killed it with my RC. I think I'm going to snipe the World Champion with Headhunters up now. I'm waiting a while to do anything for some reason. And boom, Tesla Farm, which is not ideal, but it works. Now, it comes time to do the Sui. I don't remember why I had 2 wall breakers. That might have been an error on my part. But clearly my plan was not to use 2 wall breakers. So, once again, sloppy. But yeah, the World Champion goes in there, just picks off that Inferno. My heroes go in here. This Barbarian King is going to get demolished by that single. Except, I make him invisible. And the Archer Queen, of course, jumps out of the compartment, which is amazing. So I freeze the single for probably no reason. And now it's looking close as to whether or not the Archer Queen's going to die. But fortunately, my Royal Champion comes in the back end and snipes her. So now we got really straightforward Lalo pathing left. And if I remember correctly, I somehow almost fucked this up. Oh yeah, I remember this now. So, I send my balloons in here, get them over there, that's cool. The problem was, this multi becomes a problem somehow, and I don't remember how. Oh, that's right. I timed this section of balloons to be way too early to where they get out in front and just get killed by the scatter shot. That is a Lalo error, and my rust is showing, let's just put it that way. Warden ability gets through the rest of the scatter shot, and then fortunately there's really not a whole lot left to worry about aside from that Tesla farm. And this is another example of me saying you don't need to be good at Lalo to do this attack. I wasted literally about 10 balloons on that, and it still worked out. So, going to use the freeze to get through that Tesla farm either, and it still winds up being overkill, albeit very close on time. So, it's another triple. And let's move on to round 5. I think I got a 6-pack this round, but one of my hits was not Blizzard Lalo. Yeah, that was Zap Lalo. And then here, I did Queen Walk Lalo. So neither of them were Blizzard Lalo. So now it's going to round 6. I think I filled both hits this round. No, I tripled here. What did I do? Oh, okay, I remember this. So, this is an old teaser style base, which is normally a bitch. Fortunately, there is a hole, you can't see it now, but there is a hole in this base, which I can use to snipe a town hall with a bunch of sneaky goblins, which then would just allow me to not have to worry about it when doing the blizzard or Sui. Land the blizzard in here, get both heroes, Scatter, Eagle, and the CC lure. First, I decide to send my RC to Sui this air defense, and also create a funnel, because I'm going to send my heroes down here in their Sui, and then make it easier for the blimp to make it all the way, because the helm would have been locked in there unless I used an invisibility spell, which, in my opinion, was not worth the value. So this way the hound will tank the blimp all the way, and then they'll get what they need. So yeah, here it goes. I use some balloons to take out these defenses that would be untouched by the blizzard. Blimp easily makes it into the compartment. And then, one thing, I don't remember if I said this already in the video, but you gotta be careful with your invisibility spells. As you can see here, I'm making the enemy heroes invisible, which is not a good idea. One of them dies. I forgot which, the Archer Queen, no, the World Champion. But fortunately, I anticipated this might happen again, so I brought Headhunters, but it's something you do not want to have happen if you don't have to. So now I'm going to do a simple CC kill with just put the Arch Queen on the Hound, poison it when it's dead, and then Unicorn should heal her up, except I don't have a Unicorn on this account. I'm telling you, Unicorn is the best pet. While that was happening, I used the Goblins to get rid of the Town Hall. And I'm going to Sui this Multi-Inferno, and as you can see, there's effectively a straight line of defenses left. I don't have a whole lot of loons, but I don't need any because it's just easy. A very obvious warden spot, ability spot, in here with Headhunters to finish her off. That should happen. And then I just pretty much just spam them in at this point, because when the base is in a line like this, you can't really deploy them surgically. Usually it's awkward, but here it just isn't. So pop the warden, Headhunters go in. I'm hasting to get my shit where it needs to be. Freezing, mainly for that sweeper, because my balloons were invincible. They get through it all, and then it's just pretty much 2 swag freezes. I probably could have tripled without them. But once again, another Blizzard Lalo. So, war number 7. Did I fail this war? Yes, I did. Did I use Blizzard Lalo? No, I didn't. So, I'm going to see you guys in the Legends League hit soon. Now, to finish off this video, I'm going to be doing a couple of live Legends League hits. Hopefully I triple. I'm in shit Legends League, so I should, but remember, I suck. But before I go in, here is a pretty standard combo for Blizzard Lalo that you can use if you want to try it out yourself. If you do not have Sneaky Goblins unlocked, which is fine, I know we're all broke on DE with pets, ignore the max DE I have there, that's for something else, then you can always just put in another wizard and another minion, or something like that. Just more funneling, essentially, because that's the purpose that the Sneaky Goblin serves. So, with that, let's get into the raid. Oh yeah, I don't have the Unicorn on my Queen. Hopefully that doesn't hurt me. Ah, shit, a ring base. These things are fucking cancer. There's really no other way to say it. And it's typically extremely risky to try and blizzard the Town Hall in these. So I'm not going to. I'm going to try and blizzard in here. Pray it's not a bad clan castle because I'm missing the Unicorn. Using this account for this is a terrible idea now that I think about it. And then we're just going to go. So hopefully it works. So send the blimp in. Pop it early. Ah, perfect. Super minions. The blizzard itself should kill the super minions. And then also, one reason I blizzarded there, get the scatter shot, establish a funnel, and kill the clan castle. All important things. And it looks like we've got pretty much everything we're going to get. Perfect. So let's lure the clan castle up here. And just scout out the vicinity of Now I'm really glad I brought 2 wall breakers, because I'm going to need to do a double layer wall break just to get where I need to get. So, shit. So we're going to just start. AQ is taking unnecessary damage, which is bad. Normally it's okay. Then we're going to use the Royal Champion over here to get a bit of funneling done to hopefully push my stuff towards the Town Hall. As to whether that will actually go there, we will see. But it looks that we'll be in a position to where my queen should step back up, and then hopefully she just survives, because she's not very tanky and missing the unicorn, and you are not going the right place. So I'm going to have to burn some free spells. I'm going to use the invisibility spell and the scatter shot to force her into the Town Hall. Now hopefully she can get both of these. I'm using a lot of time, but it should be okay, because again, it's a fast Lalo portion. So, okay, scatter shot's down, so let's Lalo get these loons deployed preemptively. I'm going to put the warden over there, because that's where my headhunters are going to go for the ward ability. Shit. Okay, they went to the king. It's all good. No big deal. Alright, so we're going to freeze you. Boom. Poison you. Hopefully you get finished off. Pause. Yes, sir. Get the multi. Boom. Might have done something, boys. Alright. So that is how you clear a ring base with Blizzard Lalo. Because you don't want to Blizzard the Town Hall, because there's a lot of traps and shit in the core. So you got to do what I call the skill Sui. Use your Blizzard purely for funneling and clan castle luring, and then you got to use basically you got to funnel your Archer Queen into the Town Hall as demonstrated before. It's very difficult to do, and this is actually the first time I've gotten it to work, hence my excitement. I've tried it in war and it's failed miserably, but that is how you Blizzard ring bases. I will probably eventually make a video dedicated to this topic alone. On to the next hit. Alright, we're back for the second Legends hit, and we're on my main account. Getting pretty upgraded, and this time the pet I will be without is the Lassie, which arguably is the least important pet for this attack, so it's all good. Because I have hammers and books, I don't need to use my DE and my heroes, so I can just focus on pets. So, got the same comp as before, and let's load it up. Okay, cool, not a ring base this time. So, I see a very obvious Blizzard spot right here, which will accomplish luring the clan castle, killing the Town Hall, killing the clan castle, scattershot, and this thing, which I could use to pivot into a Sui over here, or over here to get the queen, and then I could Lalo. Problem is that sweeper would be a bitch. So if I Sui up there, I could Lalo from down there. Alright, yeah, we go. Oh, shit. Alright, what? YOLO. So we're gonna Blizzard. Don't need a Hound for this Blizzard again. And land in there. Boom, boom. Clan Castle got pulled a little. It will get pulled more. Now you may notice I always use archers instead of barbarians in my blimp. It's because barbarians often run out the radius, which... Oh, sweet, I got the NATO. That could be a good thing, and it can also be a bad thing. So I'm not going to use any more invisibility spells in the Blizzard, because it just simply would not get any more value. Hopefully those super minions just used all their shots. And you know what, we're going to end in the RC. We're feeling risky today, boys and girls. Alright, so we're going to sneaky goblin that, and then send the Archer Queen here to hopefully do some shit. We're going to wall break in here, because that's where I'm going to send my heroes. This is why I love the Unicorn and the Archer Queen. You can just drop her with the poison, kill the clan castle, she'll get healed back up. It's beautiful. Now, this single could be a bitch. Fortunately, this is why it's helpful that we saved a bunch of extra invisibility spells. So, once it begins to lock onto my BK, boom, I make him invisible, and he's good. You gotta be careful with where you put the invisibility spells, so you don't make something bad invisible. Let's try and get into the core. Nice. Got the Archer Queen down. This wall breaker is going to get a lot of value. Get some cleanup early, because you know how long these Suis take. And then, Jesus Christ, this RC is doing some big shit. Get the scatter too. You know you want to. Fuck yeah. So now, minute 15, we should start the Lalo because I am in danger of time failing like always. The biggest flaw with this attack is time, because how long it takes. So I'm starting up here because I want the eagle down early. The eagle has been giving me so much shit in my most recent attacks that I am willing to try ending on the world champion as opposed to ending on the eagle. So with that, let's go boom. We're going to freeze the ground expo to make sure my world champion or headhunters don't die. Hopefully they kill the world champion. And then haste are going through, and this is a 3-star. Again, Legends League is a great place to practice new attacks, especially this because you see all kinds of different bases to get practice on them. As you can see, this raid went extremely well. Wish I could be doing this in war, hopefully soon. But yeah, I think that should cover the end of the video. So, bit of a recap. When you're doing the Blizzard, you always want to get a lot of value while simultaneously luring the clan castle and establishing a funnel. Then kill the clan castle if it's not dead already. Sui like normal. And then the Lalo fundamentals from the Lalo guide still apply as normal. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. This video is probably super long. I'm recording everything out of order. So yeah, hope you guys have a great day. And with that, T-Quay out.